Hello, and welcome, my Pisces collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers. Welcome to our 8-card draw. What do we need? Shadow read for this full to new moon in June 2023. I am your reader, fellow Pisces moon, Mark Angelo Lyons. Mal for short. Digging the music? Underworld Catwalk. Thank you, Janet Grace. I am a professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998. Just crossed into 25 years in service. I am the author of Words of Grace from a professional witch, because I am a professional witch. There is a Kindle version available. If you want, click the link in the description box. You can preview a chunk of it for free, catch a whiff of some of the prayers, principles, and practices that have kept me going for 25 years minimum. And the original version, though, the non-Kindle version, the Fellini Film Festival of chakra chapters and a chapter on shadow work, actually. Well, that one's over on Patreon. My Scorpio soul sister, Jill Schweitzer, and I put that one together, and we're working on the next one, so kind of excited about that. But all of my subscribers on Patreon get 3 things in common. They get all the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s, and there are a lot of them, and some of them are just straight up epics. They just are. Past, present, and future. As long as they're subscribers, they have access to all of that. They also have access to me every morning, pretty much. I rarely miss a day. I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream link, and we call it a daily check-in. We check in about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a prayer, a blessing, a little something to send us on our way. It is the best way for me to start my day because it sets me up for everything I have to do, work, career, vocation, personal life, and all of that. I dig it. The third thing they get in common, they get an extensive discount on private sessions with me, spiritual counseling and readings. We'll talk about it at the end of the video, but just saying, if you feel so drawn, if you feel so called, and we got a lot of Pisces over there, over on my Patreon, click the link, check it out. I'm the Archangel Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but my Mer people, you can just call me Mal. Mer, yay. Last read of the series. Just did an amazing breath work and meditation. I had to go outside and sit in my garden or ground. So it feels like, once again, just when we thought our chance had passed, anyway, and save the best for last, but we'll see what hits the table. Let's do some explanation for the new Pisceans and their cross-watchers, and then we will get down to the divination. If you want to jump ahead, if you've heard it 1,000 times before, I understand completely. An 8-card draw, if you are new, is just 1 card from 8 different decks, giving you clues, tips, and hints about anything you like, but in this case, a 2-week period from a full moon to a new moon in June 2023. The releasing, the letting go, the surrendering, the forgiving, the spiritual alchemy from lead to gold, 3 atoms in between lead and gold that must be surrendered, released, transformed, but cannot be created or destroyed, you say, symbolically speaking. So that you can shift to a more golden timeline by doing the shadow work. The hard stuff, right? Shadow work is at a maximum, and plus Pisces, we're directly wired astrologically to the collective unconscious, which is a little hard to say today. So as we heal, everybody heals, and that's why we're empaths, and we can take down narcissists and vampires if we know what we're doing, just saying. And there are chakras involved in this reading. That's like the first 3 cards are all about chakras and all of that. So, your opportunity to heal what you can heal, and cross-watchers, an opportunity for you to get some insight, understanding, sympathy, and empathy for the fish you're watching for, right? And maybe you use the Whisper of Lord Ganesh or the Archangel Fire Oracle or the Divine Animals Oracle or a mantra or whatever to assist them. Men, prayer, and spiritual practice, or just so that you know what they're going on and give them some compassion. And as you do that, you're not just helping the fishy family that you are cross-watching for, but the entire Piscean collective, myself included. So thank you, cross-watchers. Let's look at the timeline because it's a little complex this time. The full moon in Sagittarius, Saturday, June 3rd, 11:42 p.m. Eastern Time. I am in New York. I will be lighting a candle. 11:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. is my witching hour, regardless of what day is going on afoot in each day. That's just how I roll. So 11:42 p.m., that's right in there. Cast circle, call quarter. I will at least light a candle because I wrote down my 5-card draws waxing reads. I absolutely wrote that. I don't know exactly what spells I'm doing, what archangels I'm working with. We're going to go. Light a candle for all of it. Then I always say, when the moon rides at, well, it's not, I didn't come up with it. When the moon rides at her peak, then your heart's desire seek. That's Doreen Valiente. Enjoy it, right? Feel it, Pisces. Feel it up. Light a flame. Do your thing. And then 3 days after, usually the shadow work begins to kick in, the releasing, the letting go, so that you can clear the field for the new moon in Gemini. And this is a tricky Sunday. New moon in Gemini, Sunday, June 18th, 12:37 a.m. So, you know, in the early hours here, I'll be up for it, no problem. It goes void, of course, at 2:24 a.m. So you have a window of opportunity. And I'm going to say we have a window of opportunity because Gemini is mutable air to our mutable water. So it's a square. We might be able to do something cool, but even better, I'm going to do both. Moon goes into Cancer, which would trine our Pisces whoozy what's-this at 6:58 a.m. So, you know, I could do a little air magic at night. I can burn a little incense, make a little prayer, something. Depending on my 5-card draws, which I haven't done yet, I'll get them out in time. And then do a little coffee magic in the morning on a Sunday. That sounds fabulous with Cancer Moon. Ooh, I'm into it. A little coffee potion goes a long way. And I make really good coffee. Potion witch. So, in between those two dates, these are important. Cancer is, Venus is going into Leo on the 5th of June. If you have any planets, etc., like I'm Leo rising. Pluto is going into Capricorn. That's cardinal Earth to our Pisces. I don't know that that's to our mutable water. I don't think that's going to be, but that's going to be generational. Pisces is a slow mover, so it's going to hit everybody in some way, shape, or form. That happens on June 11th. Then here's the big one, folks. Saturn goes retrograde in Aquarius. Yikes. On the 17th of June, and that is in the dark moon period, the 3 days before new moon. That is when the shadow work tends to be at its most intense, right? Clearing out anything that needs to be cleared out, and we can delay it, but it can't be prevented, right? Eventually. And of course, that's the 17th. The next day would be Sunday, the 18th. And I think a little Gemini link, peel and smudge the house, right? Do what we got to do. So, look, it's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs, because you might have 4 things you're letting go of. Usually they're holographically intertwined in some way, and like I said, cross watchers, have at it. You know, watch your own, watch other people's. But as a Pisces moon, I just follow what really feels right to me authentically in the moment. That's not the easiest thing in the world. So I think we're done with the explanation. Oh, let's get down to the divination. Last read of the day, last read of the series. And the shift from explanation to divination, if you're new, happens in the still point. A lovely 2-word spell. Perhaps you'll catch it here and there. You ready? I think I am. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I will do the best that I can to help all of us shift to a more golden timeline, taking the ones we love with us. And those that choose not to go gold, go lead, they can. That's free will, but we do have a choice in the matter. Please take a nice deep breath. This should be a hot one. Still point. Pantheonic override. Card number 1. Using the Caroline Mace archetype cards. I call to the collective pantheons of the divine for us Pisces collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our cross watchers who are watching this video, perhaps who you led to this reading. What is the dominant archetype in the 8th chakra, hovering over our heads and our cross watchers' heads, reason, season, or lifetime, to indicate the shadow work, the alchemy from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace. toxic to healthy, fear to love, poverty to prosperity, perdition to paradise, it's this full to new. I think that says that. Oh, we got the Don Juan, but someone else jumped out and it's the hedonist. Okay, we're putting back the hedonist, but we're going to say I relate to both. Okay, let's talk about the Don Juan archetype. It is a wild card family archetype and is without gender, just like the femme fatale. This is not about biological, physical gender at all, and a wild card archetype can show up in any way, shape, or form as long as it's a wild card. Written on the card here is the shadow attribute and the light attribute. I call that the lead, that the gold. 3 atoms in between that have to be released, surrendered, forgiven. Alchemize is, I think, a better word. So the shadow attribute, using the power of romantic attraction for private agenda. Done it. Generation X. I lived through the 80s and the 90s. I was alive when disco was a thing. It still is. Yeah, guilty. Done it. Don't do it anymore. Why? Because the light attribute spotlights your positives, seductive qualities. And darling, if I want to turn that power on, I have to use it wisely as a witch. I'm not allowed to get away with that anymore. It's just not. Hidden agendas. That's a shadow, right? A hidden agenda. You don't want anybody else to know about it. Come on now, Pisces. So look, think of salesman, a salesman with a salesperson, doesn't matter the gender, who has the Don Juan, right? And be like, hey, which is somehow not creepy. I don't know how that works, because I'm wicked empathic. I can feel an ulterior motive across a room, let alone, a showroom. So that's an interesting thing hovering over our heads now. It can absolutely indicate a romantic sexual entanglement, but let's not go there. Just first card down, because card number 2, Daughters of the Moon Tarot, a feminist deck for the next 4 chakras down. The internal, the feminine energy, the goddess energy, your creative intuition, your psychological world, the world behind your eyes. Call it what you like. But let's call it, and if it's a major arcana card, it means all 4 of them at once. But usually, even then, there's a bit of intuitive leverage, of which feels like it's a good place to dive in. Shall we? Please. Take a nice deep breath. Still point. Goddess override. As I call upon my goddesses of water, the sign of Pisces, powers of the West. Please, beloved goddesses of mutable water, 1 card in clarity for the Pisces Collective, us Pisces Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and crosswatchers, our crosswatchers. Watching this video, guided to this reading, what do we need to be aware of? Heart, third eye, crown, alchemize, Don Juan, from shadow to light, lead to gold, paint to piece, a golden Don Juan could be fun. This full to new. Ooh, the hurricane. Ooh, the hurricane, 5 of blades, that's definitely third eye. Whether or not we communicate it or not would indicate whether or not it's a third chakra there, but definitely third eye. A change of mind. 5s are numbers of change. I know it's the hurricane, but the safest place to be in a hurricane, metaphorically speaking, is in the eye. So even keeping it in the eye if you're 12-stepping, right? Look, thoughts are changing. One thing about a hurricane, yes, it can be very destructive, but it does clear the air. It absolutely does, bringing you then to the 6 of blades, swords would be in traditional tarot. So definitely a lot of thinking going on, but I will say that card for me can also mean the well-meaning toxicity, the toxicity of the well-meaning, right? Particularly in a Don Juan situation. Well, I heard this, blah, 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 and you shouldn't, and you should, blah, 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 blah. Opinions, like assholes, everybody has one, at least, and some of them are stinky. So, there it might be, just stand in the center of it, right? Just let it breeze around you, be the still point in the center of it, because that does kind of bring you right into the 6 of Swords. That journey from troubled waters to calmer waters via mental process and balance. Let's see. From the outside looking in, or the inside looking out, lower 3 chakras, masculine energy. There could be mirroring involved. It's about relationships in the physical world. And I don't know, let's see how the Don Juan does that without another person in the room. So let's see. At least one other person. Let's see what hits the table. This should be interesting. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. God override. As I call upon my gods of water, the sign of Pisces, powers of the West, beloved gods of mutable water, the depth of the Mariana Trench to surf in safari, ooh, everything in between, please, beloved ones, one card in clarity for the Piscean collective, us Piscean collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs, and cross watchers. Watching this video, guided to this reading in some way, shape, or form. What do we need to be aware of outside in, inside out, lower 3 chakra dynamics so that we can alchemize the Don Juan this full to new? The Hanged Man, very much considered a Pisces card. Prometheus bound, Prometheus in Greek myth, stole fire from the gods. He's a titan, stole it from the Olympians, gave it to humankind so that they would not be so very dependent upon the gods of Olympus. New kids in town at the time, I get it, right? Well, it didn't go well for him. They brought him down to Tartarus, chained him upside down, and trained a vulture, I think, in this telling to peck out his liver every day, and because he's immortal, just kept growing back, so day after day. By the way, eventually they let him go. Prometheus Unbound, it's a thing. So look, surrender Dorothy. Lower 3 chakra. If it's a major arcana card in this kind of read, it's all 3. This is letting go and letting God. Oh man, I'm really hitting the the 12-step language coming through me today, right? But our best thinking got us here. Yeah, but these things can change. We are not our thoughts. Thoughts are things, and you condense the element of air. Thought becomes water, and you evaporate water, it becomes air. It's the part of the alchemy there. So seeing things differently, right? Surrendering your point of view, surrendering what you think is going on in the outside world, or maybe you are in a place of, well, this is a phrase I don't use often, but it's what's coming into my head, the sacred pause, not P-A-W-S. Star Kitty. No, P-A-U-S-E, right? I mean, I can only think when I see the Hanged Man of, you know, Odin plucked out an eye, hung himself upside down on Yggdrasil for 9 days, a long time, for the runes and other cash and prizes, right? So, you know, was willing to make a sacrifice. But sacrificing Pisces, like, that's not new. But are we going to do it as martyrs? Or, you know, what is this Don Juan thing about? I am so curious. I'm a Pisces moon. Of course I am. So, let's remove some of them atoms as obstacles with the Whispers of Lord Ganesha by Angelo Hartfield. I've had a relationship with Ganesh for over 25 years now because I worked with the Ashaya monks at Porter's Books and Music. First Thunder, great book if you can grab it, by MSI, their initials. I took their first fair workshop at my house. It was one of the first workshops I did is drawing the Circle Productions out of my living room. Full weekend workshop. I ended up taking all 5 spheres, and Ganesh was a big part of that. Remover of obstacles, the releasing of stress in the nervous system and all that. Shall we? I love him. You will too, I'm sure. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Ganesh. Override. As I call to the beloved Lord Ganesh, Hindu elephant-headed god of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles, your joy, your love, and your compassion are legendary, are just epic, mythic. And you are a force for good in this world, so please, beloved one card in clarity. What is your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your power, condensed in an oracle message to help us remove the obstacles, to alchemize the Don Juan archetype, this full to new insight. Yes, witch work. Come on. Come on. Yeah, well, it looks like we're doing the Odin thing for a little bit. Hey, for 2 weeks, it's not that bad. It could be a nice vacation, right? But it's not don't trust the mind, but get there a lot of contradictory thoughts and particularly opinions. You know what you should do? No, but you're going to fucking tell me anyway. I mean, this is very much a third eye card. It's got the symbol of Ajna in the third eye there. Card number 26. And Ajna in Sanskrit, one of the translations is servant. So when the servant becomes the master and the mind takes over, it's really saying our hearts aren't open. We're out of balance. And that's for everybody. You know, don't take it too personally. It's only how we were raised for, feels like, millions of lifetimes. And, you know, who knew better? Dr. Phil wasn't incarnated yet in Paleolithic times. Or maybe he was. Who knows? Ready? Let's do this. Insight. Your inner compass knows the key to your true happiness. No, I don't need this for this. Ganesha is focusing attention to your third eye chakra. He is acknowledging that you are in a phase where you can grow and expand your consciousness. I'm in. Intuition is the voice of the spirit and soul. It can be heard when you are in a state of calm. Still point. That's why I do it. You have the ability to tune into a strong, clear connection. The guidance you receive from the divine can always be trusted. Yeah, but it's a mystery. That's why it's called mysticism, right? There are no guarantees. They're just clues to order and method, little gray cells, blah, blah, blah. The intuitive insights you receive speak to you about things that directly affect your life, relationships, and personal process. You may find that your intuition grows and becomes clearer the more you tune in and follow it. The more you clear the third eye chakra energy space and practice using your intuition, the more clearly you will see in every way. And that's good. Because, yes, the mental part of it is absolutely true, but we're water elements. So, of course, what we are feeling emotionally, empathically, is this me I'm feeling? Is it next door neighbor? Is it planetary, right? If you're an empath, and look, I'm a Sigma empath. Look it up. It's just, I mean, I could do a video just going through the checklist, giving examples, right? We're narcissist slayers. I'm into it. Indigo blue is the color of the third eye chakra. When the third eye chakra is in balance, you are self-realized. You will find that you live in harmony with your expanded true self and with people who you interact with in your life. This does not mean that you will never have problems, but rather that you look at them with a different perspective. You may hanged man, okay? You may find that you are charismatic, thanks, empathic, why thank you, yes I am, and highly intuitive. Yeah, you try doing this. It's like going to the gym. This is like a gym every day. You are intelligent with a good imagination and accurate perceptions. Well, how kind of you to say, Lord Ganesh. Oh, man, I love him so much. I love elephants, I do. I want to snuggle their trunks because I'm just a big trunk snuggler. Oh my God, so there we go. I mean, look, whatever the seductive thing is, because it is the power of seduction. Now look, you can be mystically seduced by the divine. It happened to me. Entering the castle, Caroline Mays, yeah, right. There's a whole chapter on being seduced by the divine, and I totally was. I was totally seduced by the divine. I had a choice, though. I went for it. So what is this? This insight, this clarity. I mean, the Five of Blades says, you know, you can't really see clearly in a hurricane, right? So a surrendering of the will, of the thoughts. All right, I don't know, show me. Which is very much a Pisces thing, too. You know, to go with the flow in that way. To relax and open that third eye. Dig it. Okay, maybe the servant needs a day off. You know, Ajna needs a day off. Everyone has access to archangels. The Archangel Fire Oracle I see, I'm experiencing to be a magnificent tool and really a wonderful book to help people tap into the celestials, because no one tradition, lineage, or culture can claim the archangels as solely their own. Yeah. They're Hebrew names, but, you know, they're celestials, right? We probably can't pronounce their names. They're just, something like that. So think of your higher self as a guardian angel, and your guardian angel belongs to a club called an archangel, and then the archangels get together and they form the virtues, and up and up all the way back to source. So we're one with it anyway. So who are you going to call? Ghostbusters? You can. But this is the one that's assigned to your contract. Whoever hits the table. Let's see. Please take a nice deep breath. Still breath. Archangelic override. As I call to the beloved pantheons of archangels, for us Pisces collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs and crosswatchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading, already I can see with the Hanged Man there and the Hurricane that this is certainly in alignment with a shadow and alchemizing shadow work read. So who is the archangel waiting in the wings? With their wings, because they need our invitation to come in, and it's part of the contract. So who's going to help us alchemize the Don Juan, this full to new? A Catriel. He's intense. I'm definitely getting a Mayan Toltec kind of vibe there from the artwork. Don't know all these cards completely by heart, which is, yes, why I read it from the bookie book, but they don't write the keywords on the card, which I kind of love. It makes you go into us fierce. Oh, he's got a vulture. We got a vulture double whammy? Wow. What does that mean? Okay, Ted Andrews, Animal Speak. I'll check it afterwards. It's up there, right? Yeah, it is. It's right there. It's right there. Yeah, I'm a Virgo. What do you want? I don't throw away bucks. Card number 30. I'm looking for 34. Metatron. Jehudiel. A Catriel is glory. On the whole, I'm okay with that. Sorry. I'm just gonna read a little bit of the glory of a Catriel. I'm so into this. A Catriel is a type of super angel. Woof. Who is one of the angels of the presence, the angels of the face, a group of ultra important angels who work very closely with God or Creator. A Catriel is particularly vital as he is known as the voice of God or the presence of God and sits on the throne of glory. Nice work if you can get it. It is for this reason that unlike most other angels who can sometimes have more subtle energy, when you invoke his presence, it is much easier to distinguish his firm guidance from that of your own thoughts. Oh, right. 5 of blades on the inner. Third eye work, surrendering our will to the divine, and it seems like the divine that we might want to do that with is Archangel Catriel, because we will have no doubt that that's not us. At least not as we identify in this world, right? Whew. As he is such a powerful being, when a Catriel comes calling, it can seem as though it is actually the voice of God speaking directly to you. So, make sure you have a support system. I'm just going to say, you are some hematite something. You are certainly unlikely to question the experience. As an angel of justice, authority, and direction, a Catriel can help you see your own greatness. He can also bring you the gifts of self-sufficiency and capability to enable you to stand on your own 2 feet and trust your own judgment, especially in times of hardship or when your intuition may be challenged. Happens all the time. That's the test. How are you when your intuition is challenged? What do you do? Let's jump down to the message. Do not compare yourself to others, nor listen to criticism or judgment from those who choose to remain closed to their own hearts. I think we covered that in the 6 of the 5 of blades as well, right? The toxicity of the well-meaning or not so well-meaning. Listen to the voice of God within to know the right course of action to take. book drop, I don't know. That kind of says it. I mean, this is all making very, very clear sense, but why the Don Juan of all the cards? Now, the Hedonist, either way, this would feel dicey, because the Hedonist is a wild card archetype too. Well, looks like we have a little mystery in our hands. Oh, the little gray cells. I'm down for it. Okay, I'm a mystic. Don't bother being a mystic if you don't like mystery. You gotta get used to it being okay that you don't know all the answers. Didn't say it was easy. This means simple need not imply easy. Let's bring in the Aminals, alright? The Divine Aminals Oracle. By Stacey DeMarco. No, I love this deck. The book is amazing. There's so much info in there, and I would read every word for each card, but it would take forever. But it's really well written. So everyone has access to their own totems and spirit animals, but who are they, right? You can have many come and go, and that's a longer discussion. But the Animal Kingdom Pantheon is my favorite to tune to, and I don't get to do it often, so I love the opportunity. Please take a nice deep breath. Oh, the things you could do as a Pisces moon. Still point. Totemic override. As I call upon the spirit animals and totems for us Pisces collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross-watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading, who walks with us, who swims with us, who flies with us, who crawls with us, giving us the guidance, the grace, the love, the wisdom, the power in the oracle message to help us alchemize the Don Juan from lead to gold, this full to new. A rhinoceros, that's preposterous. The rhinoceros, moderation, well, everything in moderation, except moderation. Thank you, Oscar Wilde, either a past life or past life lover, probably. The latter. Oh, the Irish. Shall we? The rhinoceros, our key word there, moderation. Not necessarily a Pisces mainstay, but, you know, we're doing the best that we can at a moderate pace. Did I just Adam Sandler us? Yes, I did. 32. Oh, the shit that goes through my third eye when I'm sitting at this table. That's why I can't really eat meals here anymore. It's a little distracting. You start seeing symbols in the pasta, and it's not alphabet. The rhinoceros, moderation. Seek moderation in all things. Find the middle path, very Buddhist. Not everything is an extreme choice of black versus white. Being passionate about something is positive, but to be obsessed may not be. Leave behind what you no longer need. Okay, that last part, perfect. Because we are surrendering something here, it is a shadow read. But I will say, one of the things that keeps my, like, I've had visions, but they never last, like, I have like 3-second visions. It's never Radio City Music Hall, it's never the Rockettes. I mean, I've had 1 or 2 of those, and they're a lot to recover from. Because, absolutely, if you're not wired for that quite yet, I mean, it still happens for a purpose to make you stronger, but you can become obsessive. Now, particularly with a Catriel, with the Archangel of Glory here, that's intense. So this could be an overwhelming experience if taken too quickly. Hence the surrendering your will to the divine, but it is through surrendering what we see that we can exchange perception for vision. It's very Course in Miracles. All right, let me read the magic. The magic of the rhino is a beautiful dance between strength, power, and moderation. This is an incredibly powerful animal, and yet this is balanced with calm and restraint. I like it. Moderation. Everything in moderation. To the best of our ability, although we are talking about Pisces. To our best. No, I know, and I'm on a creative project. I'm really plugged in. My Pisces moon is bringing through this and that, like the new book we're working on. Jill and I, we've got a new artist, a graphic artist that we're working with for it. It was very exciting. But I also know I gotta scoop the litter, I gotta do the laundry, I gotta, like everything else, I gotta do the videos, my Patreon, all of that stuff. So, to do it all in moderation. And that does recommend, I would say, slowing down a little bit. More inner than outer, but that's not new for us either. Pisces. So, some of you have been watching for a while might be like, well, where's the Metcon Healing Mantra deck now? Yeah, it's card number 7 now, which makes a hell of a lot more sense than card number 4. So let's ask the Ascended Masters of the General Assembly for a healing mantra to help us do the alchemy. Please take a nice deep breath. Still quietly. Ascended Masters, override. As I call upon the beloved Ascended Masters of the General Assembly, please, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant ones. One card in clarity, the perfect healing mantra for the Pisces collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. Ooh, feline intervention on the tangents here on the perimeter. Please, beloved ones. The cats are waking up from their naps. One card in clarity for the Pisces collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, giving this reading the perfect healing mantra to help us alchemize the Don Juan, because I don't trust them as on the whole, but I know I'm capable of it myself. To alchemize him, them, it, that seductive power from shadow light led to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, this full to new, amplifying abundance. Shannon, you're hearing it in your head already, aren't you? Abundance is my birthright and I receive it now. Hey, abundance is my birthright and I receive it now. Whoa, man. Yeah, okay, well that would make sense then with the moderation. Because the abundance, this is a lawyer card. I'm gonna read it from the bookie book, but it's saying if you want that, this is what you gotta do. And it do make a lot of sense. And I work this into everything I do sooner or later, amplifying abundance. Oh, here we go. Abundance is my birthright and I receive it now. Oh, a little Looney Tunes goes a long way. Well, in moderation, when you are abundant, you feel confident that life will always meet your needs. Now, by the way, that's not a constant state, not a Pisces moon, because we might be feeling somebody else's something, right? So it's not about feeling that 24/7, 365. That's not emotional freedom. That's obsession. Yeah. Whether things go according to plan or not, right? It's like the universe is going to meet our needs whether we get what we want. We're always getting what we need. Abundance is not a matter of having more than enough, but of seeing from the soul's perspective that only your ideas and beliefs, there we go, can ever limit your experience. Abundance is a readiness, you're ready, to be supported by the universe in exchange, written by a lawyer I'm sure, for letting your light shine at full capacity. And notice it's not making your light shine, it's letting your light shine at full capacity, and light is truth. It's your authenticity and glory. You are a divine being at your core. Everyone is. Yeah, I know, even them. I know. But imagine a moment of seeing the perfection of unity, even if just for a split second, and seeing that abundance in the physical world. I mean, I still don't get this part of it, but I'm going to be keeping my eyes wide open for a dot. Oh, I think I know who that is. Oh, wait, I think I just had a Phoebe Halliwell moment. Let me finish this. This mantra is ideal for unraveling beliefs of lack and scarcity, overcoming fear, and increasing confidence. Wow, that's got me coming and going. Ooh, hopefully more coming than going. Anyway, so it is one of my favorite mantras in the entire thing because of the Looney Tunes mnemonic device I have hardwired into my brain now. And many of you do if you've been watching for a while. But what a great way to say, all right, I don't know how to shine my light at full capacity to receive the abundance that is my birthright. Akatriel, do it for me, shoot through me on my behalf. I'll do my best. Just show me. Hang out with Prometheus, Chicky. All right, last card down. Last card down to the last reading of the series. The blessed be, the gold hidden within the lead. It's already there. The blessing, the hidden blessing, it's already there. These prayers are so powerful and magnificent. I highly recommend it as a spiritual practice guide, as well as a divinatory system. So I'm going to read it from the bookie book, but we do it for real. And then I'll link all the cards together in a blessimation, and then we're going to talk about drawing the circle and some of the cool stuff that's going on at the time of this time. No, this isn't a timeless recording. This is a timed one. It's been a long day, folks, but in a way, it takes everything I have to do the Pisces reads at the end of it usually, and that's why they're always the best, like full surrender. Let's see what comes out next. Please take a nice deep breath. Cross your fingers. Cross your fins. Still point. And we end as we began. Pantheonic override. Indeed. I call to the pantheons of all pantheons a delegation from all traditions, lineages, and cultures. Please, beloved ones, one card in clarity for the Pisces collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video, perhaps you called them to this reading. What is the hidden blessing, the gold within the lead, the light at the end of the tunnel to inspire us, call us forward, and that we can begin to tune to the blessing that's already in play that we may not see. So we can alchemize the Don Juan in the 8th, 5 of Blades on the inner, Hangman on the outer, removing obstacles with insight, with the help of a Catriel to experience glory across the board, including within ourselves, but with moderation, with the magic of the rhinoceros, amplifying our abundance. Because abundance is our birthright. And we're ready to receive it now, this full to new. 'Tis a blessing on your day. Hey. Manly, yes, but I like it too. Oh, blessing on your day, love. I actually have the DNA. I guess that's why my mouth gets to do that. I'm a Euromut, but I'm a quarter Sicilian, so hey. But the fazol. I don't know where the fazol thing came, but then again, my family cannolis were gnollis until I was like 30 years old and realized what was going on. A blessing, I think that's a New York thing, possibly. A blessing on your day. Now, this is a short one, but it's a beautiful one, so look. I wouldn't expect anybody to write down this blessing, but I'm going to say whatever it is that you do with this, even if it's just with amplifying abundance, you do this every day for 2 weeks. This could be very, very powerful. So, let's do this for real. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Pantheonic override. Please transmit. Card number 5, a blessing on your day. A blessing to bring awareness, to shape and set the energy of the day, and to frame it with light and the possibilities of healing, adventure, and gratitude. May your soul feel called by the song of the day. I don't need this. May this day be gentle and good, clear and sure, filled with grace and gentle reminders of your own divinity. May the people you meet this day show generosity of spirit, be hospitable and welcoming, and open and candid in all of their dealings. May the sky be filled with blue and white, and may the green beneath your feet be solid and soft to walk upon. May the rain fall soft while nourishing, and trees whisper to you the secrets that you need to know. May any challenges you encounter find an answering strength and courage within you. And when you come to your rest this night, may you remember the many things this day held and account for them with the gods and be thankful for each of them, no matter how small. Blessed be. For the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. So would it be. So it is a nice, gentle, soft ending to that. Don Juan and the 8th. I still want to know what this is about. If you feel like commenting, please do, because I'm interested. I have no idea. Although I have an idea. And I might have many. With the 5 of Blades hurricane going on the inside, but I surrender. Oh, give the fire back already. Just take it. With Ganesh helping to remove obstacles with insight, which is definitely more internal than external. Seeing things differently, which goes with the Hangman. Calling on a Catriel for glory. I'm so going to do that. You know I will. And yet keeping it all in moderation with the magic of the rhinoceros makes sense. You don't go overboard. It's fine. We ain't gotta, because abundance is our birthright and we receive it now, but little by little by little by little. You don't want to eat every meal you're ever going to eat all in one sitting. I think that's Abraham Hicks. Because there's a blessing on our day, and I don't think it's one day. I think it's every day of at least this 2-week period if we're just playing our role and doing our best. So I love this reading for us. So if you liked it, hit the thumbs up, helps the other fish family find it. Comment, if you will, particularly what is this Don Juan thing about, although I think I know who it is now. I don't think it's me in this case. And, you know, hit the notification bell if you want to know when the next video is coming out. And by all means, come Patreon on Patreon. Darlings, it's so much fun over there. We got a lot of Pisces, too. All of my subscribers get the daily check-ins, the extended readings, and a significant discount, private sessions with me, spiritual counseling, and readings in person, on Zoom, whatever. I've never turned anyone away because of funds ever. I can't. That would kill me to do it, and I won't do it. So come Patreon on Patreon. Come dip a toe. You can do the 7-day trial now for Seeker. I might make all of them 7-day trial eventually. We'll see. One fishy dive at a time. But come Patreon on Patreon. It's just the coolest thing ever. And if you would like to book me for a private session, there is a video that I made for the 21st anniversary, May 1st, 2023. I changed my prices after 25 years. It was time with inflation and everything like that. So I did a video, but it's all on my website, drawingthecircle.com, drawingthecircle.com, very easy to remember. In the store, you'll see it. It's well documented, easy to figure out, and very simple considering the changes that I made, but the video explains it all. And I'm just so thrilled as a mystical artist, as a Pisces moon, to be able to do this work and to do the prayer and meditation before and after, so that I see on the table that, wow, that makes sense. So I love you. You can do this. Come on, we're all in this together. Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. I love you. Hang in there. Heal, hail, enjoy yourself if you can on a blessed day. And blessed be.